Hello everyone. I'm sensing two different energetic pulls for this month. This intense energy that is surrounding us at the moment. We are called in one way to go inward and to go into retrospection and review and reconnect with our heart so that we can reevaluate what we're going to leave behind and what we are going to bring forward with us. Similarly, there's another energetic pull to fix our physical environment and to take inspired actions. So they may seem opposite of each other, but really it's a cycle that and everything is connected. As we are reconnecting inward and letting go of things and old patterns and beliefs, we will be inspired to take actions and to clear out our environment and to take steps for self-care and self-love and change the way we relate to other people. And then similarly, when we're taking action and clearing out the physical environment, we will feel better energetically. We will feel an improvement in energy in our living space. So no effort is ever wasted, especially when it's dedicated to improving who we are and reconnecting with ourselves, because we are ripples of light. We are the seeds of change that we want to see in this world. So every day for me is an intent to further reconnect and reach myself deeper than I did before, and not in a rushed way or self-critical way, but rather out of curiosity and joy, to meet myself deeper and deeper and to discover more of who I am. I think it's a wonderful journey of life, and one of the major purposes and meanings to remember who we are. And in this process, we should definitely offer compassion to ourselves, because often we will be wishing to be further along than we are. And there's sometimes the giddiness can turn into anxiety, and we want to skip steps and be further along in our journey. But we are where we're supposed to be in the moment. This is the step we're supposed to be taking. So what I do when I get anxiety from that kind of rush and eagerness that turns into ego-based judgment, I would kind of move my mind aside, take a deep breath, and just offer myself compassion, because we all are doing our best. And then if we check where we were a month ago, a year ago, we could definitely see the difference in our progress and our growth. So if anything, we should be celebrating these milestones and daily achievements. No matter how small, they all contribute to our path and our journey and our ever present growth. So yeah, two different pools. When it's time to go inward, feel free, allow for yourself to take that quiet time. Prioritize your self-care, the honoring of self, and with time you become better and better in establishing what your body needs, what your essence needs. When we clear the physical environment, sometimes we notice our patterns in the past, and we rearrange things. Just like internally, we rearrange things and put what matters to us in a forefront, so that we can work more on that and spend time more with that. So, for example, I have been planning to clear out a couple of rooms. They've been getting cluttered, and I was inspired to do that with my son. The other day we cleared his room and rearranged the furniture, got some new pieces, took some old stuff out. And yesterday we did that for my office And we discovered a lot of stuff that was buried under clutter. Some of the old things that had to let go. It was time, it wasn't resonant anymore. Some of them would be donated to other people who may need them. And then there were also old art projects that were on hold because we are people who get inspired and we are very creative, but it's so little time in our lives when we're working full time, when we have responsibilities and obligations. Sometimes we are too tired and exhausted and have no energy to dedicate to our creative process. So there's musical and artistic things that got buried. So through rearranging, I brought them on the forefront so that I could see them and they're readily available because I'm making time for my creative essence. That's one of the most important things now. My heart, my spiritual journey, and my creativity. We are creative beings, and self-expression it's a human need because through that we can express love and then we can express joy, and sharing that it feels wonderful to share your creations. So we take care of ourselves both inwardly and outwardly, and it's a cycle, and there's no waste to anything that we do, to any effort that we make, even the mistakes that often we chastise ourselves for, and that creates so much fear in us to start something new, because who likes to fail, right? But through failure and through what we call sometimes mistakes or detours, we learn what works and what doesn't work. It is through contrast that we have been learning for decades, centuries after all. So when we're not afraid of failure, we can actually start taking steps towards our dreams. Because I know from my own experience that I sometimes don't start a project, and then later I realize that I haven't done it because I really don't want to screw it up. Maybe I'm waiting for a better suitable time, for perfecting some of my qualities. But often it is through that first step that we start growing. And without that first step, without taking that leap, we can't progress. So we are ready when we are. And despite the fear, we start and we do. And we grow further. And we take those small steps and they add up. And the journey becomes a beautiful process of discovery. Because who wants to skip to the last page of the book and be done with it? I rather enjoy every single day and give gratitude for this precious way of being interactive with life. And to feel that much gratitude without trying to, it's also a miracle, because often when we're miserable, we are offering gratitude out of comparison. Oh, this person is worse than we are. But this never works for me, because I would feel just sad that somebody's miserable. How can I derive joy out of somebody else's misery? I'd rather have gratitude because I am present with my life. I can actually have the time to notice things that are beautiful and wonderful, and the little pockets of abundance. Then when connected together, make up this great abundance that becomes obvious in its infinite potential, and how it surrounds everything that we do and are. So yeah, today's word, today's message is the gratitude, and reminder to give ourselves and others compassion in this tumultuous times. And often, when we see division in society, in the world, we have to be extra, extra kind because the world needs this love. Talk to you later. Bye.